Hey, what's happening? Rise here on Nalyo Gaming. So I'm here with Rusty for another PlayStation conversation, and we're basically going to be breaking down what just happened. PlayStation gave us the price for both the digital and the regular edition PlayStation 5, as well as the release date, and after the fact, we got pre-order information, and we're going to break that all down. So if you enjoy this conversation, please consider clicking that like button and subscribing here on Nalyo Gaming. Please excuse the quality. This is more of just a conversation that we just got into a chat and we just talked it out. Much more casual. So forgive the quality, and yeah, we're just gonna talk it out. So let's just jump right in. They kicked ass today.
Yes, they
Absolutely
did.
kicked ass. Thoughts?
Except except for this one thing that's kind of two parts, which if that makes any sense to you, I have no idea.
Go for it.
Um, it, it's the fact that they one didn't say that the pre-orders were going to be tomorrow during the video, like the feed,
Oh, they
and
totally dropped
then
the ball there. Yeah.
and then they just tweeted it out several minutes later, and then they haven't wrangled all of these um, distributors into, like, it's a mess right now because of pre-orders going early, and some people are saying you're not going to be able to do it till tomorrow, but they have no timeline, shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's two parts: the fact that they didn't say it during the 40-minute thing, and the fact that it's a complete disaster right now. Trying to
How
get through and seeing who's available to do it and what time is it going to happen. Nobody knows.
my
So
thought process is okay. So you've heard me say I feel that PlayStation's marketing team is top notch. Not so much in the last like month or two, waiting patiently, but so I'm just not understanding, like, how do they drop the ball like that at the very end of such a fantastic showing of some incredible secret games. And even what's his name, Jim Ryan, shows up at the very end and he's one more thing we want to show you. And
yeah, like that little older Apple callback type thing.
yeah,
Oh, and one more thing.
and so I just don't understand, like, how they couldn't. Okay, if they didn't know for sure they were going to have them ready for tomorrow or whatever, pre-orders, then it didn't have to be included as far as in the video somebody saying it, but they should have included it uh, at the end, like, as just a slide, the very end of the live stream. Um, so what I also don't get is it wasn't even place. This is kind of bugs me. It wasn't even PlayStation. Uh, Maybe 5 minutes after the show, 10 minutes after the show, all of a sudden I see a tweet from Jeff Keighley
Hmm.
that pre-orders are going to go live tomorrow, Thursday, for some starting tomorrow, I should say, for some retailers, and then like 7 minutes later, PlayStation tweeted out that by the way, pre-orders are going to go live for some retailers starting tomorrow. Select retailers was their exact wording. So
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Totally dropped the ball on that. So we got
Yeah.
that kind of negative. It's not out of the way because we're still just to like preface this. I was able to, and we'll go into a little more detail later. I was able to quickly go and reserve a PS5, and Rusty is still refreshing and trying to get on. And you just said as of a couple minutes ago, down. What is it? Down detector.
Yeah. DownDetector.com has just about 2,200 reports of GameStop being down.
That's wild to me. That
So
is
that's just
absolutely wild.
2,200 people that know about that website that are complaining about GameStop, because both you and I are now actually blocked from the website for
Yeah, that's another thing.
whatever reason.
I've never seen that before. My IP's blocked from GameStop. Um, yeah, I don't know. It could be a glitch or something. Too many people getting in, or the whole site could be down. I don't know.
Mhm.
So, uh, yeah. I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed. Well, you're going for Walmart because that's what's convenient for you,
Yep.
to pick up a physical version of the PS5 on the night it releases, day or night it releases. Um, Me, it was GameStop. Uh, so I mean, getting that negative bit out of the way, what did you? So we started off with the very first thing they showed was Final Fantasy 16, which
Yeah. Way
I
to
didn't.
start the show with
Holy
a bang, dude.
wow, holy crap! I
That
didn't.
was so
I didn't
awesome.
even like. I didn't even like think that was a possibility. Because I saw one thing about that there might be a rumor that Final Fantasy 16 could be happening like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, they were able to keep that a secret. Like both PlayStation and Square Enix were able to keep that a secret. Now, with that said, they probably won't. I didn't see a date for it. I know that it's a console exclusive for PlayStation. I believe it's probably going to come to PC. I didn't see, um, but it's at least a PlayStation console exclusive, and I just did not expect that. And how good did it
Yeah.
look?
Yeah, and it's also a ways off because it wasn't running. That trailer we saw was not running on a PlayStation 5.
No, probably not. No, probably not.
No,
And
it wasn't. That was the trailer. They opened it up, and I was a little worried because they opened it up and they said it was captured on a PC, running, you know, basically with PS5 specs,
okay,
essentially.
okay. Yeah, so
So
yeah,
then
they're
they did that trailer, and then at the end they said from here on out, everything you see is running on PlayStation 5s.
okay. Yeah, so they're probably still pretty early. But that battle scene, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, like
It looked really good.
it
It
looked
looked like
great.
a Final Fantasy game.
It did, and I'm into it. I'm totally on board, and yeah, I'm totally into it. So that was a heck of a way to, start off the show. And then what was it after that? They followed up.
Miles Morales.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What a gorgeous looking game, dude.
Right?
Unbelievable. Even compressed, running through YouTube and stuff like that at 1080p,
Yeah,
it
it still
looks
looked great.
phenomenal. I mean, the ray tracing effects and stuff like that, ray trace reflections, all that stuff, it looked fantastic. There was a couple spots where it was just kind of like, eh, but there was a lot of fast moving stuff going on, and then you'd see certain parts like with the texture quality was just amazing, man. It just that game, and then all the different set pieces. It was kind of like they were doing like they were trying to set like that Uncharted feel where they would do like the large cinematic set piece moments and stuff like that. I got that vibe from it
Mm-hmm.
watching
Mm-hmm.
this trailer.
I just the way that the it was like I don't even know what they're calling it. I feel stupid saying this, but it was like an orange lightning. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah,
that orange streaking lightning, whatever that was, and that just looked. I don't know. It just like hooked me. I was just like, this looks fantastic. I'm in. Like, count me in. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to go back through and replay Spider-Man, which is I'm not 100% certain on this, but there was mixed messaging that it wouldn't be coming to PS4, that Miles Morales wouldn't be coming to PS4, but it looks now that it's going to be coming to both PS4 and PS5, which is great for everyone. Um, I bet you, it's going to obviously look and play way better on the next gen system, but
yeah,
that's great. That's great that everybody's going to be able to play that. And yeah, I'm going to definitely go through and, replay Spider Man and looking forward to that. So, what was
yeah. I'm
after that?
definitely excited.
After that was it
Harry Potter
Harry
or
Potter
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts? Okay, so like I was just telling you a little while ago, I just I don't know what it is. I can't get it out of my mind. Like that's what I keep thinking about when I'm thinking back to what we saw a few hours ago. I just can't get Harry Potter out of or
Yeah,
Hogwarts out of my head.
it
I
looked good, dude. It really did.
it
Like I said,
does.
I was telling you in the Discord, like I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I liked the movies. That was it. I just liked them. I wasn't like over the moon about them or anything like that. I was just like, yeah, I was like, that was a pleasant experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but seeing this game, this looks like a really fun game. It looked good. It seemed like it had a lot of, really good story elements to it, and it looks like it's just gonna play really, like a really fun. I don't know, was it more like RPG ish?
Yeah, it looks like you can basically. I don't know if it's going to be like open campus, if you want to call it Hogwarts campus, or, you can go off. They showed them off on an adventure, like way up in the mountains, and like
Yeah,
you're going to be able to play what is it, Quibbage or yeah, Quibbage, and it just I don't know. I'm into it. I'm really really happy about how they they started off the show just like bam, 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 and then
Next one was Cold War.
oh, Cold War. So the last Call of Duty story that I enjoyed, like really enjoyed, was probably Black Ops 2. So the fact that this is a Treyarch game and it's taken part after Black Ops 1, I believe, and it just looked fantastic. That whole how crazy was that with the plane? Like I was like, oh, okay, this is a Call of Duty, of course, but it just looked like something that I would be into, and so yeah, I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to as of this coming Friday, we're gonna be able to jump into the alpha, which is on PlayStation only. If you didn't hear that, so yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll be able to download and try out the alpha. Um, so I'm looking forward to that, and yeah, it looked good. It looked just fine, and I think that they really did a good job of showing off the type of combat you can do, like the hand-to-hand type combat while you're fighting. Like he grab it, breaks his neck, grabs the other guy. They did a lot of like real like close quarters moves, and that was pretty cool. And then stuff with the RC car with the explosions, that was pretty badass. So yeah, I really liked that. All right, so yeah, after that we had what was it, Village,
Yeah,
and
Resident Evil Village.
dude, I don't even know if I'll be able to play through that whole game, to be honest. I you know
I
how
know.
you know
I
how hard
know.
of a time, but I look at games like that and they look so good, and I want to play through it. It's just I'm such a Sally.
I know. It's so funny, man. I
I'm
love it.
such a Sally when it comes to horror games, man. I just can't do it, but I want to. It looks great. It looks good, but I just don't think I'll be able to get through it, which is sad. Oh, that's so sad to me.
Dude, I love Resident Evil. When they made the transition to first person with Resident Evil 7, um, I was a little put off by it at first, and I really got in. Once I started diving into the game, it just gave me that creepiness, that you just couldn't get from the other games. You know what I mean? Like the third person. So playing it in first person was it really changed the whole thing for me. So with Resident Evil Village, I'm excited to jump back into the first person experience of Resident Evil.
Did you play it in
I
VR?
think I think it's gonna be, yeah, I did actually,
Oh
and
my gosh.
it was insanity. I wish so much that my first playthrough would have been in VR, because the second playthrough was still a great experience, but man, just it would have been so much better if I had done it in VR first.
I made it like 15, 20 minutes into the game
Oh my god,
in
dude, I
VR. Oh
wish.
man. Dude, it looked good though. Village. I just don't know. I want to, but I'll probably buy it just because I support games like that and developers and everything. But that's not coming until at least 2021, if not later. But it says 2021, so we'll see how that goes. Um, and then that they showed that game Deathloop again next, uh,
Sure.
which I have a really hard time listening to them try to explain what it is, and then they show the gameplay and I love it. But when they're
Yeah,
like in trying to like explain and like time and this person at this do this to this person and make him so he's there at the same time, it just like, and then they show it and I'm like, the gameplay looks awesome. It looks like a mix of like a couple of different games that I really really like. So
yeah. This is the second time that I've seen it, and this is the second time that I was distracted by something else. And like the first time, I never even went back and rewatched it because just at first glance, it doesn't seem like something I'd be into. So I might give it a second shot. I'm gonna go through all the trailers again, just kind of nitpick some things and
of course.
everything. I'll give it another glance. It does not at first glance look like something I'm gonna be into.
Now, I'm trying to think. I'm having a moment here. The developer for Deathloop, the developers, I believe it's the same developers that made Dishonored, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty confident saying that. I don't have the facts in front of me, but I'm pretty confident saying that just by the movement and the way that some of the things happen in Deathloop, it's very
Okay.
Dishonored. It's very, very, very Dishonored like. So yeah, I mean, it's a game I'll probably play, but who knows? I might not pick it up right away. It's not one of those games that I'm like, oh, I have to play it now. But it looks pretty fun. Probably like one of the least uh interesting moments of today. Um, After that, of course, we had what was it, Demon Souls, and that looked fantastic once again. Um,
Oh,
you know,
that game continues to impress me. Blue Point,
yes,
man,
they're rocking.
they are so good at this.
PlayStation needs
They're,
to pick them up. They need to pick them up.
absolutely. I wish they would do something of their own. Like I want them to make their own game. Do they not make their own games? Are they just remakes and
I meant to
remasters?
look that up. You asked me that on Discord, and I meant to look up if they have made their own games. So if anybody knows, just comment below and correct us on that if they have made their own games. But yeah, did like wow, like fantastic. It looks great. I'm into it and can't wait to play it. I'm not sure if I saw this correct, but I believe that's gonna be a launch title. I'm pretty sure I saw that was gonna be a
Yeah.
launch title,
Yep.
which is really that's pretty huge. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So definitely something to play day one. So yeah, I mean I think everybody's on board with that. Don't really need to drag that out. The next thing was a kind of a shock to me, and I'm still not totally sure what it is. I read a little bit afterward. It's called the PlayStation Plus Collection, and it seems like there was like a handful of games that have been free on PlayStation Plus over the last like generation. On the PlayStation 4, there's a handful, but then there was a handful of other like first party PlayStation games that weren't free on PS Plus that seemed to be on there, and it seems like it might be somewhat of an answer to Xbox's Game Pass in a way. Obviously, Game Pass is a huge value, and I think that they get brand new games, and you're paying whatever $5-10 a month, you get to play a brand new games. That's fantastic. That is a great value for Xbox fans. But yeah, so I think this PlayStation Plus, it seems to be this PlayStation Plus collection. It looks to be included with your PlayStation Plus subscription. So, like they showed, you'll be able to just download and play day one. So there's a whole bunch of games you'll be able to play day one, which is that's adds value. Um, so that I need to look more into. And then we had we were talking during this on Discord, and there was the cutscenes in between each game, and I heard there was a couple times there where I heard a watch ticking. It was like tick 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 tick, almost like they were counting down to the end and counting down to something, an announcement. It didn't happen every in between intermission or whatever, um, but they were definitely, and you said it. You were like they're definitely leading to something, and that's when I realized, oh wait, the graphic. It's an ongoing graphic in between each, and it's forming something of it's like the original PlayStation 5 announcement was, when they finally showed it at the end, and very similar along those lines. So they definitely they did a good job with that, and then they showed Jim Ryan got up there and he started saying one last thing, and that's when we got to see God of War Ragnarok. Well, we didn't get to see anything from it, but we got
A
to
little teaser.
yeah, we got to get a little tiny teaser, which is pretty exciting. That probably won't come until next year, or maybe the year after.
Yeah.
Um,
Just knowing it exists though is
is
enough
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
that's huge. That's huge. That's exciting. It's something to look forward to, especially with just how well it did. And yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be along the lines of like the Miles Morales, like uh,
Mhm.
a standalone DLC type. Like, not like a small short DLC, but like a standalone, not a full fledged game. You know what I mean?
I kind of think I think it's going to be a uh, a full title.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
if it is, that's just even better. That's, I mean, nobody's gonna complain if it's a full title.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, I mean they finished it up, and we got, we're circling back to the beginning of our conversation. They did not post the pre-order date, but they did post the at the very end. They showed us the price and the release date, which is November 12th. I don't know why I saw 19. I was excited, but I
because because it's USA, Canada, and stuff like that on the 12th, and then the rest of the world is on
it was the
the
19th.
19th.
Yeah, I don't know why I saw everything the 19th, but yeah, I mean when you said no, it's the 12th, I was like, wow, that's a week earlier. I'm even more excited now.
Hmm.
Which is a Thursday, so that's different.
Strange.
But I have my theory on why it could be Thursday. I don't know, but it's fine. It's that's a good day. As far as I can remember, what day did the Xbox decide to go with? Do you remember what the date
November
was?
10th.
November 10th. So they're going to be 2 days ahead, which I don't think PlayStation is worried about at this point in time. Um, and I think that going with the digital price at $3.99 and the disc version at $4.99 was a smart move, especially with it being a Blu-ray disc drive. I understand that $100 price difference. A lot of people thought it was going to be a 50. I mean, I thought it was going to be a
I
$50
don't
difference.
I don't see it because like
Yeah,
the way they get these parts and components for the prices that they get them at. Um, I don't see, like I said, there's no way I see. I just all I think it is they're pushing more towards the digital side of things because that's where everything's going to be going eventually.
yeah.
And I'm sure Sony gets a little bit more money on the back end from digital game sales.
Okay,
So
I know what you mean. So you're saying they're pushing for it for more than one reason, but then they're still supporting their fan base that is still buying
mhm.
disc-based games. And I mean, I went right after, maybe I don't know, 20 minutes, half hour. I don't even know when it was. It all happened so quick, but I got the call that GameStop had a SKU ready, and I had a couple minutes to get there. So I lucked out, and I got there, and I pre-ordered the disc version for $4.99. I planned on that all along. I was going to get one of each, and one for my brother, one for me, and but I was able to pre-order one. And Rusty, what's the status? How's it looking?
Oh, not good. The cart's empty. The site is aired out for me.
And the
Like
closest you got, like maybe 20 minutes ago, you got Best Buy to get it
I
in your
had
cart.
I had the disc version in the cart, and then it just failed to do anything at that point.
Well, I got faith. I got faith that you're gonna definitely,
Yeah.
one way or another, you're gonna get
Oh,
one.
yeah. Like I
One
said,
way or another.
I'm just gonna walk in on the day of. I'm gonna get one. I'm not that worried about it. I
Yeah,
want that feeling of satisfaction.
of course, of course. That knowing that it's secure. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not at all trying to rub it in, but it was a huge weight off my shoulders, to
Oh, I bet.
secure it. And I just looking forward to it. I was ecstatic by what they showed today. They knocked it out of the park. Little hiccup at the end, not showing the pre-order date, but um, we'll see what happened with that. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe we will learn what happened with that. Maybe we won't. But hopefully they
Especially
figure it out.
after the email thing,
I know.
signing up for notifications for pre-orders, and I haven't gotten a single thing from PlayStation telling me that pre-orders are going to happen
I
tomorrow.
know. I know. I that's. It seems more and more like that maybe was just a way to count how much interest there really
Feel
was.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, all around, I'd say pretty good showing and pretty much all positive. But they did have that one hiccup and that kind of it's a little thorn in the side. But hopefully they get it all ironed out and everybody gets a PS5 and enjoys it. And if you want an Xbox, get that too, and so on. So, uh, thanks for joining me for this super relaxed and just thrown together conversation, Rusty. I'm glad we got to do this, and we'll
Yeah.
do more in the
Al-
future.
Always a good time, man.
Sounds good. Yeah. So follow me on Twitter at RiseUp44. Follow Rusty on Twitter at Rusty Sheriff's Badge. And click that like button, subscribe, leave us any comments or questions below. Definitely correct me on all the stuff I got wrong. I'm sure I got a bunch of stuff wrong. And let's talk in the comments below, and we'll leave it off there. Thanks for watching.